Now this occurs to me. This actually won't produce anything until the scouts are back. I think the scouts are the ones who actually make this. Might be wrong though. We'll see. There's plenty of everything. We are living the life. 24 settlers. I'm gonna leave them and that until they clean up all the radiation, because people are getting sick more if I don't. I wish there was a way to prioritize that. I really wish there was like a priority set up. Oh, okay. Wind turbine research. It's gonna need some wood, some scrap, not a lot, metal and electronics, all of which we have plenty of, so no problem. Get to it. What do you need for this? So let's start making radiation suits. That might be good for us overall. We don't really want to use scarves anymore. That being said, we will need another tailor, I think. Because we are getting low. We are getting low, and I didn't notice until now. How many tailors do we even have? Maximum amount. So we do need a tailor. Seems that you can't break roads once you build them, which is... Can't you just demolish road? There has to be a way to remove road. I don't see it though. Ah, there it is. Remove road. There we go. We are going to need more of that soon. 43 and 142. Wonderful. We have enough again. No, I'm going to immediately put this into that. We're okay on everything else. I'm gonna put people on water collecting again. I'm gonna be needing to make that jetty soon. Hello. Hey Hannah Yolanda. I love this game. It's the game is like a little mixture of both Frostpunk, at least for me, and standard colony management games. It is quite fun. It has a lot of complexity, and I love it. I absolutely love it. There's a lot of depth, a lot of management, a lot of things you can do. The map that you generate is always random and quite big. Oh, we got our electricity production now. Electricity, wind turbine. Okay, so I don't know how this works exactly, so let's make a few, because I don't think these produce that much power. Haven't used them. Power production 300. That's optimistic. Okay, Islander, just enjoy. If you have any questions, ask. I myself am also quite new at the game, but I'm enjoying it a lot. Okay, send a scout to this ruin, and we have another free scout, so send one to this. The game has multiple things you have to manage, so there is your water, food, wood, scrap, tools, radiation protection, which I'm severely lacking of at the moment, medication, cloth, metal, and you kind of have to manage your population quite closely. Well, the reason why I'm comparing it to Frostpunk, because there are several things that this game shares with Frostpunk. One, being that you have to think ahead as time passes. You have seasons. Each season can bring either no rain or rain of different levels of contamination, or there can be a drought. Each of those seasons have their own little things that are happening with them. If there is no rain, that means there will be no rain to collect. Also, it means that the earth will dry up. When there is a drought, even lakes dry up, which means there will be no fishing, so you have to prepare in advance for those things. You have to worry about how happy the people are in your housing, because if they're not happy, they will not reproduce. There will be no children, and the children grow up into adults, which you can then assign to do various tasks around the city. And there is also exploration, and there is also defense, but you can just pay off the bad guys to leave you alone. But they keep asking for more and more resources, and we are now in no rain, so I'm turning off the irrigation. It is more complex than Frostpunk is, but at the same time it is not difficult. It's all very straightforward in what you need to do. It's more about managing what's going on around you. It is what it's different from exactly Anno is mostly the contamination thing. This is something that you have to keep your tabs on, because people get sick if you don't clear out the radiation, and the radiation gets reseeded when there is a reign of high contamination. So we can see that in 2 seasons there will be some highly contaminated rain that will seed more radiation in, which means I will have to clean it up again. I think no, this is being produced. And you also get missions like this, similar to Frostpunk events. There is just no risk of anybody being frozen to death. But what they could do is they can die from radiation poisoning. There is an incoming drought, meaning that, well, and this season also had no rain, but I have 6,000 water, so I should be fine. And we got our first windmill. I don't know if this makes electricity continuously or not. Production efficiency, aha, okay. Okay, I didn't know this, so I just made a boo-boo. Essentially, some buildings suffer production deficit if they are too close to the building of the same type. So these things I have to build apart from each other. Didn't know that, so that's a bit of a waste of time there. There is now the game is, as far as I know, I think it's still in early access if I'm not mistaken. This is the research tree. I haven't moved from the stage 1 yet. The research is done a lot slower than it is in Frostpunk because you can't stack your research buildings. You have one. I think you could probably speed it up later, but this is the extent of research that's happening right now. The way that research works is you accumulate a knowledge point, and depending on what you want to research, you need a different amount of knowledge points to do it. And then you research it. Right now, there isn't much to research in game, but every bit of this research is significant for what you need to do. All of these things have a lot of impact, so they're all crucial for you at one point or another. For example, right now I don't have any defenses, so if I want to start building defenses, I need to get a defense up, which is something that I'm considering right now, because I need to think about where I'm going to put the next research point into. Upgrading the tailor shop might be a good idea, but I need to... Exactly, in Frostpunk using resources for research was a good investment. Here the research is done a bit differently, so you can't stack it, which is a problem. Not that I know of, at least yet. So you can increase your research capabilities by having more researchers, but it's maxed out at 5. I don't know if there is a way to get it higher, because unlike in Frostpunk, I can't build any more research facilities. I'm limited to 1, so I can't build more. So, on the other hand, unlike in Frostpunk, where you had to go through several tech levels and then invest into the research, here the research is, as you can see, there's less of it, but also you have to regenerate that knowledge point every time you spend it for researching. If there is a way to... Oh, I complete... Is it... It's dry. Oh my god. It's completely dry. Do I have... I have enough irrigators, and that's a sandstorm. And sandstorm receded some of the radiation and damaged a bunch of the buildings. Fortunately, it didn't recede it a lot, but it receded it enough for me to having to worry about it again. So we're gonna remove all of this. Okay, so what I'm going to I should get into coal mining, because coal mining will get me, but advanced coal will get me productivity of everything up. So what do I want? Coal mining, so I can start mining coal instead of burning wood for it. Sturdy houses would be good. But if I put an advanced school in... Where is my school anyway? Ah, here it is. I could get all of this being trained at once instead of just one thing. And I'm gonna switch focus to handing clothing because we're out of clothes. Yeah, advanced school is gonna be a good thing to invest into right now. Advanced school. Advanced school means that they will be trained in all survival techniques instead of just one. So this is another thing that's different. In Frostpunk you could take care of children by putting them in shelters. Here you can educate them because they grow up. So unlike in Frostpunk, where children were always children, here they grow up and they become functioning members of society. I have a lot of problems right now. 24 people are contaminated because I'm lacking decontaminated clothing. It's probably because I'm making radiation suits. Well, I'm also making scarves. Am I missing anything? I'm missing cloth. There is not enough cloth being made. Okay. I might need to build another refinery. Or just, I can... There we go. That's gonna max out. Water is getting down. But that was because there was no water being collected. The resources in the game are they're not endless, but they're kind of endless because you can reseed them. So of the resources in the game that you collect herbs, you collect trees, and you collect scrap. Now, trees you can have foresters, so you can regrow the trees, and scrap has a building later on. That you can... I mean, there's plenty of scrap that you can collect. But if you manage to get rid of all of it, there is a building here... what I can't remember what it's called and where it is. The scrap catcher. So, a scrap catcher essentially collects scrap. It generates scrap indefinitely. But that's like late game if you need it. Generally speaking, you won't. There's plenty... Oh, there's highly contaminated raid gonna drop on my head. Send a scout. Send a scout. We still need a bit. It's not that it's depleted, it's gone. There are resources like these buildings. Once you deplete them, they're gone. And all of the resources which are found on the map, once depleted, they are gone. So, for example, when I get rid of all of this scrap in here, that's gone forever. But you can reseed it. So, if you, for example, if you cut every tree and spent it and didn't make a single forester, then you're screwed. There is no way to get more trees then. But as long as you have a forester, you can get more trees. As long as you have a scrap catcher, you can always get more scrap. And but like it takes a serious amount of time to gather everything on the map. The map is, I mean, playing on a large map, but even on a small map, the amount of resources is huge. I'm actually gonna max out on my cemetery soon. I have plenty of people. Okay, this 33 people are lacking clothes. And that's because we don't have enough cloth. I think I'm definitely gonna need at least a recycler, if not a cloth. At this point, a recycler would be a waste, though, when I have a refinery going. But recycler would focus only on cloth. So let's build a few recyclers just provisionally. Just provisional, let's build a few recyclers. And make them all make cloth. Until we have enough cloth production. Oh, we're gonna be without rain for a while. Of course, this dropped all of the radiation. Just clean up everything. Okay, this distracted me because I was gonna play with electricity. Okay, so this seems to be stable in the amount of electricity it produces, so it's just a fixed 300. Okay, so if that's the case, electricity. Fortunately, it seems that I can't power up. I can raise the productivity of these things. Okay. Ah, yes, so all of these will take a lot of electricity. So I will need more wind farms. Yeah, you do. You don't need to add water lines, but you do need to add electric lines. So electricity poles have to be added, but water, no. That being said, that's because water is being just simply stored, and then it's being distributed among the populace. Send a scout. Send a scout. Wind turbine. I wish it actually showed me when it overlaps with the other wind turbine. That's something I hope they add, because right now it doesn't show up when it's overlapping with another windmill. Ah, okay, it tells me when it does because the efficiency drops. Okay then. Oh, the only thing that this game is really missing is a way to edit priorities, because I want them to prioritize cleaning up the radiation. Because the amount of radiation is increasing. We don't have any homeless, and we are getting them equipped with protective gear now again, so that's good. I am getting lower on coal. How is the research going? Ah yeah, this is also taking some cloth away. The events in this game, or missions, they are not as impactful as they are in Frostpunk, but you have your happiness meter up here. The happier the people are, the faster they will reproduce, and generally they will be a bit more productive. If they get unhappy, then crime starts appearing, and essentially it becomes more difficult, like it is in Frostpunk. 5,000 water. We're gonna have some rain here, then no rain for 2 seasons. I'm gonna need to increase the water production maximum. I think it's time for another jetty. I'm gonna put another jetty, and I'm gonna put that jetty. No, I don't know. Will this? This doesn't seem to have a productivity penalty for being too close to another one of the same type. So that should be fine. I'm gonna add more people to it. Water collecting then. Maybe I won't. Doesn't seem like I can. It's still on 20. Research has been performed on new technologies, so I can now upgrade my school to an advanced school, which is gonna be... there is a risk of that, but it's not that you're gonna get kicked out. Essentially, if the people get too unhappy for too long, you lose. So you don't get kicked out, you simply get demoted. So essentially it says that we failed and so on. The problem is, if it stays too long for too long, there is no more reproduction and people start leaving. So your colony ends up empty. Scout. Okay, so these are... Should probably start... Oh, I can't until these make enough rations. I gave a bunch of rations to Warlord so that he would leave me alone. The bigger problem with discontent being high is that the productivity drops like a lot. And then no tasks are being done, and then it's just a magic circle of despair. You can see how... Oh no. Okay, so... I really can't spare these things for you. I don't want to get raided. Oh, I'm gonna have to. It's not enough. Well...
You can't do it.
We're gonna be raided. And that's gonna be problematic. I don't know what's gonna happen. I don't have enough resources to bribe them off this time around. So we'll see what's gonna happen. I didn't put any defenses up, and that was probably my fault, because I started the stream with saying I'm gonna get my defenses up, and I didn't. So we'll see what's gonna happen. Probably gonna have some people killed, maybe even abducted. We'll see. The problem is that in order for me to get defenses up, I need to be able to make ammo, and ammo needs sulfur. Okay, we actually get radiation protection up, but okay, so they're damaging buildings. Okay, this is actually my first time to seeing a raid without being able to defend myself. We lost no people. They damaged a bunch of buildings, which I can fix, so that's not a problem. The animals are fine. Nobody was killed. We are low in water, but that's because there was a drought.
That's a real playground you've got there. We'll come back again. That.
Okay, so 20 buildings were destroyed, 31 were damaged. They looted 79 food, 2 cloth, 39 metal, 500 medicine. Okay, that's a blow. They stole 2,000 water. They took less than they were asking. This is the coal is a bit a hit. The graveyard is indeed full. Thank you for mentioning that. Yeah, it seems... I don't know if they can even kill people. That's the thing. I don't know if they actually kill people. They might have. It didn't list any casualties in the... It didn't list any casualties on that list. I have 50 people I need to start putting them to work. Okay, so we're gonna be fine as far as... okay, let's put the fishers up to work. Let's get the No, I don't need to put the farmers up to where we have plenty of food. Nor the fishers. What I do need is I need water, I need, well, I need everything else. I need foresters to go back to work, herbalists. Tailors are already maxing out.